Did you know that your brain loves negative news? In a world brimming with beauty, wonder, and endless possibilities, why do we so often find ourselves drawn to the shadows? Why, when we pick up our phones or switch on the TV, do our eyes gravitate towards the headlines that chill us to the bone, that make our hearts race and our anxieties flare? It's a paradox, isn't it? We crave peace, yet we consume distress. We yearn for hope, yet we soak in despair. The truth is, it's not entirely our fault. It's a story written deep within the ancient wiring of our brains. A story that explains why your brain loves negative news. Imagine our ancestors. Their world was a tapestry of threats, predators lurking, rival tribes approaching, a sudden change in weather signaling danger. For them, paying attention to potential harm wasn't just a choice, it was survival. The brain developed an incredible alarm system, a heightened sensitivity to anything that signaled danger. This kept them alive. Fast forward to today. While saber-toothed tigers are no longer a daily concern, that ancient alarm system is still running, full throttle. It's called the negativity bias, and it means our brains are biologically wired to give more weight, more attention, and more processing power to negative information than to positive information. Think about it. A headline about a peaceful protest? Interesting. A headline about a violent riot? Captivating. A story about a new scientific breakthrough? Good to know. A story about a devastating disease outbreak? Must read now. This isn't a moral failing, it's a cognitive reality. But here's an interesting fact, often overlooked. Studies show that even though we say we prefer positive news, our actual behavior reveals a different truth. When given a choice between positive and negative headlines, a significant majority of people will spend more time reading and engaging with the negative ones. It's like a mental siren song we can't resist. This constant exposure to negativity, this endless stream of potential threats, takes a toll. It elevates our stress hormones, fuels anxiety, and can even contribute to feelings of helplessness and despair. It's like constantly being on high alert, even when there's no immediate danger in front of us. Our ancient brain, trying to protect us, ends up overwhelming us. So, how do we break free from this evolutionary trap? How do we find balance in a world that thrives on drama and disaster? It's not about ignoring reality, it's about regaining control of your mental landscape. Firstly, be mindful of your news intake. Just as you wouldn't eat junk food all day, every day, don't let your brain feast solely on negative news. Consider setting boundaries. Designate specific times to check the news, and when those times are up, step away. Try a news fast for a day or even a weekend. You might be surprised by the clarity it brings. Secondly, actively seek out positive and constructive news. There are countless stories of human kindness, innovation, and progress happening every single day. Look for sources that focus on solutions, on acts of compassion, and on inspiring achievements. Balance the scale. Finally, practice self-awareness. Pay attention to how different types of news make you feel. If a particular story or news cycle leaves you feeling drained, anxious, or angry, acknowledge that feeling. Understand that your brain is reacting to a perceived threat, and then consciously choose to pivot. Engage in activities that bring you joy, connect with loved ones, or simply take a few deep breaths. Your brain's love for negative news is a relic of a bygone era, a well-intentioned instinct that can now work against your well-being. But you have the power to reprogram that ancient wiring, to choose what you feed your mind. By being intentional about your news consumption, by actively seeking out the good, and by listening to how your body and mind react, you can cultivate a more peaceful, balanced, and resilient perspective on the world. If this resonated with you, please leave a like. I'll see you in the next video.